They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Okay. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Go. Here's Lance to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. So it's incomplete. The throw got a little too far, brings up 3rd down.
Oh, caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence. I was going to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Lance going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Panthers at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they... There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to throw from his inside spot and step down into the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now then the penalties got him set up with a first and goal. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have regained the lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 seconds. Flag blue.
Lance now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the option, running left is Lance. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 30. That one good for 37 yards.
So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Shoves him away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is getting more blockers in front of Corey Ward and let him pick a spot to run the football. How about the defense there swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, it's Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Shi Smith, 84 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 29, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 29 yards. And the Niners have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point.
He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all of the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd down and 8. Throwing now is Lance. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Lance going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game,
2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They go play action. Mayfield goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Shi Smith
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Running left, here's Mitchell. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, somebody lit a